How about prayer and soul life? Well, this is the time where we can really do some good discernment work by learning to, really embrace pleasure. What do I mean by that? Well, one of the best ways to describe discernment is listening to the, as Ignatian would put it, the consolations and desolations of our soul. The consolations are those things where we feel most alive, where we feel closest to God, where we feel like we are doing the things and being with the people we were created on this earth to connect with. For many of us, we have been told to put others' needs first. And for those of us who've grown up in maybe religious systems that have been outright denying us of pleasure, telling us that pleasures are sinful, this is going to be a hard challenge to start to listen to the consolations. But the more we can start to follow the joys of our life, the pleasures of our life, the more we are living as the person God has created us to be. We need to start following pleasure like that tongue of fire that the Holy Spirit sends upon the disciples. It's like a spiritual GPS. So this is from The Sacred and Mysterious by Brittany Wood Mickerson. She says, our culture downplays pleasure and makes it seem like fluff. Yet our skin is our body's largest organ. It's important to both nourish it and protect it, and the results will feel all over the body. Pamper your skin here to improve metabolic functioning, and this is the sort of gift that will help you learn pleasure. So what she's saying there, she's saying even something like just putting lotion on your body during this time of the month can help you start to say, where do I feel pleasure? How do I know pleasure? So spend time as a spiritual practice figuring out what it is that gives you pleasure in your life. Start small, perhaps, if this is a hard thing for you. Even just asking yourself, would it bring me pleasure to have a little extra, an extra cup of coffee? Or would it bring me pleasure to maybe, close my email at 5 at the end of the workday? And then allow yourself to follow that, getting more and more in tune with that. And don't, for those of us who have that background of pleasure equals sin, I would just suggest to you that, like, the more you end up knowing about pleasure in this regard, by putting it up to the service of God, the more your ideas of pleasure and the more God's ideas of pleasure will just become one. And it's not sinful, it's glorious. So we are creatures made for pleasure, and the ovulation stage encourages that as a form of spiritual discernment. So listen to your body during the ovulation stage. It's harder to know what brings you pleasure, especially physically, in later stages. So let the ovulation stage be the aha moment for you. Some other spiritual practices that work well.